Hello, baby. This is the intro for day 3. I'm recording this intro separately, which is why this seems so late. This is on the 1st of June, but you'll see why later. I had to record it in 2 separate pieces, and I'm gonna stitch them together. But yes, and I think now it's time for me to tell you where we are. So on day 3, yesterday I should have talked a little bit about Crater Lake and about where we are. I don't really have too much new information for you today, but I was looking at 2 of the spots we'll be backpacking at, which are going to be tentatively, obviously not guaranteed, but they're going to be somewhere out here. So there's a place called Lightning Springs, which is this trail here. So I believe there should be a turnout here somewhere. Yeah, I believe it's right here, and then you walk down this way. So we're gonna be backpacking this way down here, and maybe somewhere down here, I believe. I'm not exactly sure how far down we go, but it's gonna be somewhere in these woods, I imagine so, which is not a terribly long walk, I think. There's our stage, so it is going to be longer than that, but yeah. Here you can't see the trail all too well, but we will have a map which allows us to see it, so not to worry. But if we just go out to over here, this is about, uh, around 4 miles, which is pretty decent, I think, for one day backpacking. Might be a little bit more because I don't know if we can park here overnight. I'm not sure if we'll be able to do that. If we are, that'd be nice, but if we can't, I don't know if we'll do that. Another option, it's not the only other option, but another option is to go to this place, Bivy Creek. So it's basically similar to the other, pretty similar to the other thing. But this one's just a bit further out, and this one is about 8 miles, so pretty decent. We'll probably hike 8 miles one day, 8 miles the other day. Pretty big elevation gain though, 1,000 meters. That is a lot of climbing up and down. We won't be going all the way up to the top of the Watchman. Probably just there. That saves us about 200 meters, but it will be a good bit. But I am kind of looking forward to this. I think that will be kind of fun. So yeah, 8 miles out to Bybee Creek. I actually would like that. I think that'd be pretty cool. So yeah, and then we'll probably also do the rim drive on top of that. I don't see why not. And then yeah, we'll probably park wherever this good old trail comes out. It looks like it might be one of these, and these head east. In theory, you could actually just park down here and then walk along the side of the road, but I don't know if we really want to do that. That seems like it might be pretty boring, but I do think that there are good backpacking opportunities over here. So that is what we'll be doing for day 3. So yeah, just to recap, I'll just do it linearly so you can see day 1, we went up to about here, right? That's day 1. Day 2, we're in Crater Lake, and day 3, we're just doing a little out and back, right? So day 1, 2, 3, right? And then onward to day 4, which we'll talk about tomorrow. You'll see tomorrow what's going on for that. And I've already filmed the video for today. I've already filmed the video for day 3. I filmed all of 1 through 5, and I've done day 7, and now I'm doing the intros for them. But yeah, so I hope that you enjoy. what I've recorded for you today, and I will see you tomorrow, okay? I love you very much, baby, and hopefully you've been doing a good job so far at staying good for me. Okay, I love you very much, and enjoy the rest of this video. Bye-bye. Okay. Hello. So I'm sure at some point you probably have been wondering what exactly do I bring on this road trip, and I'm going to show you. So this here is the big bag, and it's pretty heavy because it's got a lot of water in it, because I have this thing in here that just full of water, and basically when you're hiking, you can drink water through this tube. So, you put it on like that, your arm goes through here, and then this is right by your face, and whenever you want water, you can just pop this open like that. So pretty cool, but that's why this is so heavy right now. And then we got main pocket in here. Whoops, forgot to take this out. Got a main pocket in here, got a few side pockets, and then we also got a big pocket on the very bottom, if you can see down there. So I'm gonna be packing this right now and explaining to you what exactly all the different stuff is that I will need for this trip. So we'll just get started. So first I got some swimming trunks, got 2 of them, and I'll be wearing these just in case we decide to go swimming anywhere, because there are a lot of places to go swimming, a lot of waterfalls, rivers, lakes. Be camping by a beach for one of the days. So yeah, I think it's a good choice to bring these. Bring in 2 just in case. You never know what might happen. One might get all sandy, or one might get ripped, and they're pretty light. So I'll bring 2. Maybe I'll change my mind and bring 1. I'm gonna go ahead and put one. We're gonna put this one in the bottom compartment, because the bottom compartment is where I put all my clothes. Let's go ahead and put that down there. Next, first aid kit, watertight bag, very important. So last time we didn't really need this, and I'm hoping we don't need this again, but it's got some cool stuff inside. All in a waterproof bag, which I don't want to open if I don't have to, but it's got bandages, gauze, disinfectants like Neosporin. I don't know if you have that over there, but that's what's in here. So in case you're wondering if something bad happens, no, we're okay. We have adequate medical supplies, okay? I know it looks small, but it's just a little trauma kit, just in case, something goes bad, then we can process it, halt it long enough for us to get to a proper hospital. But I don't think anything bad's going to happen, obviously. But if we do, first aid kit. This is also going to go in the bottom. So next, what is in this little red or orange container? Well, this is a little portable stove that I have actually used to cook Spam. So you plug in one of these, shouldn't drop that. You plug in one of these mini propane tanks on the bottom like that. So you screw it in, then the gas starts to flow through. And then here's your little lighter. So you click this a bunch of times. That starts the lighter, and the gas comes out. Starts a little fire, which you can cook stuff on. So that's going to be pretty cool. But yeah, little mini stove here. You can flip these things in or out, just depending on how big your pot is or how small it is. So a little mini stove. Let me fold this back up. I'm I'm gonna put this in with all the cooking stuff together. This, just a little pot, you know, nothing really too special about this, just something, you know, you can use it as a mug, drink out of it. I've had many drinks out of this mug, had many meals out of this mug, so it's pretty useful. I will give it a wash before, or give it a rinse before I eat anything out of it, obviously. But it's a good old camping mug that you can use to eat stuff out of, which I like. Back it, I put the stove in here. This will go in the main compartment. And it will go in there along with my two little propane things. Okay, next we'll cover this shovel in case you need to dig anything, but it's actually for if you have to take a shit. Well, what do you do if you're out in the middle of nowhere and you have to use the bathroom? Well, you use this, you dig a hole, you go inside it, and then use this. Gotta have this, okay? You just have to have it. Can you imagine living without it? It'd be so awful. So you gotta have this. So you dig a hole, you do your business, then you use this, you cover it back up and you bury it. Obviously, you can also use this for other things that aren't, you don't have to use this for using the bathroom. You can use it just as a napkin in general if you gotta clean your face or whatever. I remember last time Luke had a bad bloody nose when we were hiking the Ohlone Trail, so I had to use that to clean up, but you know, a number of things you can use this for. So this also going to go in the main compartment as well. And the shovel will stay on the outside because it's a very blunt object. So that is going to go, where is it going to go? I believe it just goes in like right here. One of these little pockets in the back. Or just something like that back there. We'll cover some of these small things next, I think. This is actually a knife sharpener. And I have a knife right here, a Swiss Army knife. So, you know, just in case you got to do a little bit of knife sharpening. See if I can demonstrate it for you. You know. But if you got to do a little bit of knife sharpening, right, you just put it through there. Or you put it through there. I don't know how effective it is because I've never used it before, but my dad gave it to me, so it seems pretty important. Actually, I don't think so. I don't think it's very important. I might take that out. But it doesn't weigh very much and it doesn't take up very much space. And then obviously Swiss Army knife. You gotta have a Swiss Army knife with you. Come on, man. So a Swiss Army knife, you gotta have it. It does everything, you know. Screwdriver, knife, scissors, I mean, you name it, you know. Even other shit that I don't even know what it does, it still does that. You know, so you gotta have a Swiss Army knife with you. And I do. You can see the red cross on there. Swiss Army knife. But yeah. So that is what you've gotta have. And then, let's see. This I actually think is a lighter. I think. I'm not sure though. But I'm pretty sure it's a lighter. I actually don't know what this is. Because I didn't use it last time. No, yeah, it is a lighter. Just a little lighter. But I didn't end up using it last time because we couldn't make fires. So I ended up just using my built-in propane stove lighter. But this time I think we will be making fires, and not forest fires, campfires, but if I need to, you can use this lighter. So I'll give this a little test probably before we head out, because you don't want to be heading out with a faulty lighter. That'd be bad. So we'll be using this, but shouldn't be too bad. Don't want to do it indoors, obviously, because it's my house. But yes. So go ahead and close that. And then last of these small little tidbits, these small little useful things, are these iodine pills. Now, what do you need these for? Well, I don't think I've opened this one, but they're these little pink tablets that are used for, I don't know if you can see, water purification. So if you're out in the middle of nowhere drinking water, oftentimes that water is not going to be safe for you to drink. There's going to be, a lot of bacteria and stuff in the water. And if you drink that raw, you'll get dysentery. So don't do that. It's like, would you head over to the canal or something like that and just drink the water straight out of that? No, you probably wouldn't. You'd probably filter it. But even if, you see really fresh river water or glacier water or something like that, it's still best to purify it, just so that there's no bacteria. Even if it looks clear, it might not be. So that is why we have these iodine tablets, so that we can purify the water that we drink. So what we'll do is we'll take something like this, a canteen, which I have, and if you fill it up to there, it's 96 ounces. And for this, it's, how much was it? 2 tablets per quart of water. And I believe this is about gallon. I don't remember. I think when it's filled up, it's about a gallon. So you'll put 4 tablets in here, something like that. I'll do the math later because I don't remember how much exactly 16 ounces. I don't remember exactly, and I can't use my phone to check. But yes, so what you'll do is you'll fill this up to the line. You'll put these iodine tablets in here, and you'll wait 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, this water becomes safe to drink. You can drink it. You can use it for cooking, all the like. So there's this method that you can do. What you can also do, which we did last time if we didn't feel like using the iodine pills, because these are kind of expensive, is Vuk has this sort of water filter, like a filter straw thing, which works somewhat similar. So I don't have it here with me, obviously, because it's Vuk's, but you'll have the water like this in a bag, and there's this built-in straw at the bottom that flows out, and then you can collect that water, and that water will be purified. It's called a filter straw. So it flows through, very strong natural filters, and then all the bad stuff is filtered out, including bacteria, so it becomes safe to drink. So those are just 2 different methods. Like if you're setting up camp, it's probably better to use the filter straw, but if you're on the go, you're better off using the iodine to filter your water, because that way, you can do it while you're in the bag. You don't have to have the bag hanging and while you're waiting. So that's just how that goes. So I'll put this in the main compartment. I can hold this up, doesn't really matter. And then these little tidbits here, they go on my easily accessible pouch here on the side. I don't know if you can see, but they just go right there. And this is a strap that comes around my hip, so I'll be able to have it right there next to me. And that way I can access it even when I'm walking around. Okay. So next we'll just go through some of these things. Over here, sunscreen, obviously. You don't want to get sunburned if you're walking out in the woods for, hours a day. You don't want to get sunburned. So we've got a little sunscreen stick here, right? And yeah, you can just put it on. Proper sunblock that. Then we have baby wipes. They're pretty useful. Sometimes, napkins, toilet paper just doesn't cut it. Sometimes you're going to need proper wipes, so got those here. not really much else to say. And then got these two things. So we got a little notebook for this, and got a pen. So just in case you want to write anything down, writing things down is always nice. And my dad has scribbled a few things in here already, and it's got some measurement information on there as well, which I think is pretty cool. It does not tell me how many ounces are in a quart though, which is okay, I guess. But yeah, and then, just in case maybe you need to take the rangers, I don't know, the information to the nearest ranger tower or ranger station, you could go ahead and write that down over here, right? Since you're going to be in a place without cell signal. So that and that. So this I'm going to be putting in the side compartment, or in the front. It's a side compartment along with the sunscreen. So I'm going to be putting those back here. I'm going to be putting these baby wipes in the center. Oh, okay. I'll make me sneeze. Ooh. This is the map that I had from backpacking last year. It folds out more, but we're not going to need it 2 years ago. But we're not going to need it, and yeah, pretty cool though. So I'll take that out. This is an MRE, part of an MRE. That's a military ration, which I like eating when I go camping. And I have an old one sitting up here. I think this one is not open yet. I wish I had more MREs. I don't think I do. I don't think I have more, but I'll just show you how this one works. Oh, maybe this one was open already. I don't know why it's like this. But basically, you see how this works? So in this green bag, this is a heater, as you can see right there. So you put your food inside this green bag, then you put a little bit of, so the food comes in a pouch like this. And then you put in the water, pour that in, just a little bit, like that much, into the green bag. And the green bag has a chemical heater on it, which means that as soon as you pour the water in, it starts heating up. So it automatically heats your food just from the water. And then got this thing just to make sure that, if you're holding it, it doesn't become too hot. Then you take your food out of the green bag and you can eat it. So that's how that works. Today we got chili with beans. Not for me personally, but when you're hungry after a long day of hiking, it's pretty good. And it's nice and warm. You don't really often get warm food when you're out backpacking. For this, we have cornbread. Not the best. Cornbread is pretty so-so. Yeah, it's okay. It's nothing special. In here, you have some smaller things. So we've got some salt, some chewing gum, because you won't be able to brush your teeth. So chewing gum kind of helps to make your breath smell better when you're out in the wood. But you've got some salt in there. I believe there's some coffee in there as well, and there's a little wet wipe, a little towel thing for you to wipe your hands. And I think there's also sugar in here as well. So here's all the small things like flavorings and things like that. So actually I have another one of these, I guess. But normally you're only supposed to get one. So here, I don't know if you can see that, but we got cranberry grape juice in this, which is kind of cool. This is orange juice powder. So you pour it in, and then after you pour it in, you get orange juice. Pour it into water. I mean, so take the powder, mix it with water. You got cold orange juice. There's no pulp in it. Doesn't taste the best, but it tastes all right. Tastes good enough. Let's see what else do I have. Got another one of these. And then, in here, we have osmotic cranberries. What does osmotic cranberries mean? It means they're dehydrated. It means they're dehydrated cranberries. Not bad. Dehydrated cranberries are not bad, but they are dehydrated cranberries in here. And here, one of my favorite all-time drinks, milk chocolate cocoa beverage powder, aka hot chocolate. If you have hot water, like with the propane stoves, if you have hot water, that's hot chocolate. That is military hot chocolate right there, and it is so good. I love it. It is so good. I'm almost tempted to have this right now, to be honest with you. And here is the shit. Actually, this looks good. I thought this would be the biscuit, but this is actually a little Pop-Tart. Or, as they call it in the military, toaster pastry frosted brown sugar. But it's more like a cinnamon Pop-Tart. So I think this would be pretty good. I've never had this one before though, but I think it would be pretty good. With some strawberry jam. Now that is a rare find in one of these. That is a rare find. You don't really find these very often. But I would totally be down to have one of these. That looks so awesome, dude. Strawberry jam and a toaster Pop-Tart. This was the thing I held up earlier before. This is just cheese spread. So if you got like your cornbread, normally you get like a biscuit or something. But, you know, you can just go ahead and spread that on there like a ketchup packet, except it's cheese packet, cheese and jalapenos. I know that probably doesn't sound too appetizing, and it doesn't for me either. So that's why normally when I go on trips with Vuk or anyone else, like my dad or my brothers, I like to give them all the bad stuff, and sometimes I get good stuff. And a spoon, obviously, because you gotta eat your food. So that is what was in that military ration, which I did not know until today. So I don't know, I'll probably take some of this stuff, but I'll try and see, because I don't know, like, the fact that this was already in the heater is weird to me. So I'll try and see if there's any, like, other MREs, other actual ones. I think I had a box of them, but yeah, I do have another box down there, which is good news, because I think I'll take some. I have no idea when the next time I'll use these will be, because I'll be in DC, so probably a good time to use a few right now. And then, yeah, we're almost done packing. I think we've just got these last two things, which I saved for last. This is my air mattress, which is rolled up in here right now, and I don't want to take it out because it's hard to roll up, kind of. Yeah, in here is the air mattress I'm going to sleep on, and you have to blow it up manually, so, right. I'm going to go ahead and put that in the bottom compartment there, and here is my sleeping bag. So this is my sleeping bag that I'm going to be sleeping in. This definitely do not take out, because everybody knows once you take a sleeping bag out of the bag, you can't put it back in. So, yeah, there you go. My Elite One Snug Pack sleeping bag. Smells like camping. That smells like camping right there. Yeah, I'll go ahead and put that in there. One thing I did not see was my tent. I'm not sure where that is gone. Let's actually change the light on this. But yeah, so that is all the stuff that I have. Now we're not getting in different tents. We're all going to be sleeping in the same tent. Because it's a 3-person tent and it's just extra weight if we have to bring another. And then someone's going to be left alone. It's just going to suck. There's the other box of MREs. Hopefully, it's actually MREs in there. I don't know if it is or not. And my tent, there's my tent. So yeah, this is my tent here. It's a 1-person solo tent. This is what I slept on at Aloni. Vuk didn't bring a tent. I don't know why. Then he got fucked up by bugs and mosquitoes, but yeah. So here's my little 1-person tent. Pretty easy to set up as well, and I did like it. It's the one you can see on my Instagram post. But yeah. So there you go. But I won't be taking this. But last time, I think that went... I don't even remember where I put this tent, to be honest, but yeah. So there you go. That is all the stuff that I'm bringing. I know you might be watching it this way. So that is all the stuff that I'm going to be bringing on this trip. So I hope that you enjoyed watching me pack. Today should be day 3, 20 something of May. 28th of May I'm recording this, but it should be the 3rd day. Should be in Crater Lake when we're doing the backpacking, so I thought this would be fitting. So yeah, I will see you tomorrow. And yes, I love you very much. So, goodbye.